Yo, everyday superpowers signing in, the place where we talk about body language, non-verbal communication, and everything in between. All right. Today we're going to spit a little bit of game though. We're going to talk about relationships, friendships. When I speak of relationships, I mean sexual relationships, okay? Friendships and business. Yeah. I keep mine apart. What do you do? It's a deep one, this. I think this is the perfect triad to keep apart if you want a sense of comfort in your life. I mean, it might be uncomfortable to ensure a distancing of such, but it really is the best case scenario. It makes everything move a lot smoother. For everybody involved, all right? This isn't some silliness. This is genuine, yeah? So, business and relationships. So, when I speak of relationship, for the most part, I'll be talking about your partner, your long-time partner. Not just some random fling and so forth. Okay, but I mean, we could throw it into the mix here and there, but you know what I mean. You have a partner, yeah? Not a business partner, a sexual partner, yeah? I'm speaking to everyone here, so I'm not going to classify what sex the partner is, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. So, you establish a business with your partner, yeah? Boom. You start arguing as partners do. It's emotionally charged. Emotions cloud logic. How are you going to run a business with that going on? Yo, I see bands, yeah, like music bands, and they feature, and we can get into some real game here, yeah? Because this crosses all boundaries. I seen bands where it features a fella and his missus, or vice versa, you know what I mean, fronted by a woman and her boyfriend or her, you know what I mean, married partner is in the band. That's a tornado. So you're saying when these two who have to spend so much time with each other and inevitably will dispute, as every relationship does, that energy, that vibration, that negativity, that obstruction to the end goal of being successful, that's going to not only affect the band but the other individuals within that space. It's fucked up. It's not a good idea. I've seen this happen. Man, this video is probably going to go on for hours. Because I'm going to cover as much as I can here. So, I know a dude, he'd been going out with this girl for time. Made investments, moved in together, had ownership of products, businesses, animals. They own pets and so forth, right? Boom, they get a new fella in the band. She prefers him. Her true colours are exposed. Boom. She's now in a relationship with the other guy, broken up with the other guy. What the hell happens to this project that they have both invested so much time in? Someone's getting the bum end of the deal, if not both. Simples. Now, have you seen how that works? That interlocks with the friendship and relationship thing. Keep your friends and your relationships aside. You could call that insecurity, but I call that damage control, because the trauma I have seen surpasses any name calling. If you love your partner so much and want to protect him, why the hell are you inviting them into a space with other men who may be interested in them? Now, don't get me wrong, it's inevitable. That can't be helped. But you don't go out of your way to do so unless you've got some sort of kick you receive in doing so and parading your partner about. But we are learning about body language and nonverbal communication. So you bring your partner around your friends. Now you see flirtation cues which aren't consciously being acted on. It's a subconscious projection of one's feelings. So now your partner is subconsciously, inevitably exposing themselves to be attracted, obviously, to someone whom they may seem or perceive attractive. And the more and more and more and more and more of your friends you introduce your partner to, the easier that situation is going to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. Oh, well, as long as nobody acts on out. Yeah, but what happens when your dark side of your scummy friend comes out? The insecure person who isn't going to go and fuck your missus, but what they're going to do is try to receive some validation due to their insecure ego and just try to push it a little bit more, try to converse a little bit more. And naturally, that biological primitive impulse that brings two and two together, or one and one together to make two, i.e. attraction as opposed to repulsion, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you invite this situation into your life? All right, I won't do that again. Boom, it's too late. Because now he, at the very least, has added her on social media. Now you are entangled. So let's say it's one person, bad enough, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. Now you break up with your partner, yeah? Now your partner or your ex-partner is now still within the entanglement of your friends, because why should I stop seeing my friends because of you? Now what do? Leave your friends behind? Go and talk to your friends and say, I don't want you speaking to her? Like a real insecure person, go and domineer over your friends and potentially ruin relationships? You get me? Moving onwards. Friends and business. Dude, I've lent money to people. I've made this mistake when I was younger, yeah? So the problem with friends and business is you are hiring them because they are a friend. You are, for the most part, not going to hire them because they are competent in the position you have to offer. You can see qualities in them, yeah, and think they're going to be good at the role. And that might be true, yeah. Power to you. Good on you. You made a good decision, all right? But let it be known, man. The moment you bring money into your friendships, you start to fuck it up. Honestly. Because you will see behaviours and financial literacy issues you have never experienced before. And it will start to distort your view and relationship with these people. And you will never ever forget it. Your friend owes you £1. That's all it is. It's not 1,000. It's not 1,000,000. It's £1. It's nothing. You could wipe that slate clean. But if they don't get it back to you, it's the principle. You can brush it off, right? And say, so fucking be it. It doesn't really make a difference to me. And that's understood, right? But you should observe that behaviour, because the fine details add up to the big behaviour. And if they acknowledge the fact that they owe you something, but project their own idea of worthlessness upon the situation, it's only £1. Don't matter. As opposed to perceive things and consider your perspective, then they will do that later on down the line. What do you mean it's just £1? That's money you owe me. And now suddenly you're a debt collector and a tax collector, and your friendship has gone from messaging someone to see if they want to have a good time and a catch up. Now you're messaging them saying, have you got that money for me yet? And now they are in a bad situation. I have been in this situation. I have given money to a friend with a business plan that they will invest that money into their business to buy products and sell that product, make their cut, and give me a cut atop of that, making me an additional third of what I initially invested. So they buy the products and then I see them giving this shit away for free. Do you know why? Because they're not businessmen. They're my friend. And so I've thought, oh, how tough can it be? But they work on a different principle, a different boundary. And you won't see these behaviours and manoeuvres until you allow them the power to showcase it to you. When you get into business with a friend, now the hierarchy has been established. It's not just so much, a social hierarchy, a social order. Now, it's a literal workplace business hierarchy. I'm your boss now. I'm giving you a job now. You work for me now. And if you don't do what I need you to do, you are a liability. So what do? Do you think it's going to ruin your friendship with that individual that once was? When you cut the cord and say, I can't work with you no more? You don't think they're going to get bitter about that? I thought we were friends. And then you can go back on it and say, oh, well, I'll give you another chance. Sorry, I just didn't think, oh, yeah. And, oh, I didn't understand. I'll change, man, I'll change. No, they've showcased their character. We've spoken about characters, pattern recognition. We've observed that and seen that. It's manifested itself in this particular situation. It will happen again. You're not going to the first person you met 1 week ago and established a mutual understanding and given them a job and asked them to get into business. These are the people you have got a long friendship with. You had trusted these people. You had their best interest in mind. You had offered them something you considered special, and now they haven't taken it seriously, ruined the flow, provoked you, and flooded this entire situation with negative energy. Just hire someone who is competent, who can do the job. Ensure that emotions are not involved. Not in regards to the communications between you and the subordinate at the very least. Because if you are establishing this and offering the job in an entrepreneurial manner or investing or so on and so forth, it's about the money, it's about the progression, it's about whatever the hell it's supposed to be. It's not about making friends and ensuring a relationship. Business, friends, and relationships, keep them apart, man. Bruh, I'll go to an event, right? Yo, let's talk real shit, man. Yo, I know people who have been in relationships for decades. And then they turn up to an event and I see the partner choosing signals and cues, laughing a bit too hard at jokes, eyeing up specific people within the friendship group. And I ponder to myself, is the other party so... As in regards to the relationship, the two in the relationship, is the other party so naive that they don't perceive this? How insecure are you to acknowledge it? Now, don't get me wrong. It's a part of life. You're not going to help it, full stop. You can't dictate it. You have to accept that. We are animals. It's our nature, yeah? But we might as well ignore it. Now, let's say the insecure person doesn't like that. Now, what's going to happen? An argument is going to break out, causing a drama, or is somebody going to get punched in the face? Is somebody going to get physically and violently hurt? over something that can't necessarily be controlled 80% of the time. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I speak passionately on this because I see people make mistakes. I see people make mistakes. You go work for a corporation, yeah? Your supervisor works there with his partner. You're a really good looking person. You got the gift of the gab and you got game. His partner works there. He starts giving you shit because he has the role to do so. You are his subordinate. He says, get back to work. You're on your phone all the time. Come on, you're making me look bad. I'm here to make money for my boss. I need to keep you in line. You have a frail ego. You are a frail shell of a man. You can't take instruction. Authority isn't your forte due to your childhood and lack of authoritarian presence within the household. You take offense to that. Who's to say now you can't start targeting his partner? And let's say we're not talking sexual. Let's say we're not talking sexual. Let's say we're a bad person and we can hit him where it hurts. You have now put the people closest to you open to attack from your opposition, your competition. In business, that's deep because that is a thing. You see where I'm coming from? Keep it all separate and enjoy a happy life. Imagine your friendships blooming. Yeah, you're going around with the fellas having a laugh. Catching up with each other, doing whatever you do. Being creative, producing, conjuring ideas. You know what I mean? Having a great time. Not walking on eggshells because somebody's invited their significant other and now everyone sort of is a little bit awkward because it wasn't as fluid and honest as it once was. Imagine business with no emotions involved, where you can just look at the analytics and the numbers and the facts and the results and the actions. Imagine your relationship with your partner when it's you two versus the world. You're there, comfortable in your bubble, safe and sound. You can protect and provide, and she can look after you in the same manner. You both have different lives, doing what you love to do. You're not intruding on each other. You're not intrusive. If shit goes west, there's no entanglement. You're not caught in this cobweb of negativity that will potentially continue expressing negative vibrations into your life until the day you die. The choice is yours, but it's understood, right? I'm signing out.